So last year was an excellent year for Westcoast, right across the business. I think we delivered right from our solutions business did particularly well around enterprise and software, right through to our client business. So we've been a Microsoft distributor now for 9 years. We sell right across the range of Microsoft services, so from open licensing, including open value and open value subscription, right through to OEM and FPP products, and obviously a big focus on cloud. So there's a big focus on the people within the business. So we have a dedicated Microsoft licensing team, a big focus around cloud, so lots of cloud specialists, which we'll talk about more in detail. We focus a lot around providing tools for our resellers, specifically MS Mix, which is our Microsoft dedicated tool to help our resellers, and a big focus on training, whether that's webinars or face-to-face. So I think 2016 will be a big year for us, and we'll be absolutely building on 2015 in terms of the great work we've already done. I think there'll be a big focus around cloud, as we would expect, but not forgetting our traditional business, which still has great growth opportunities within.
So I think that the market's changing dramatically. I mean, I've been involved in hosting now for the last 15, 20 years, and this has always been promised that this was going to happen. But you can very much see in the market that things are changing, and that speed of change is speeding up. So it's this ability for resellers to take their model away from being transactional to being recurring. And as a distributor, we have to do exactly the same thing. So the aspect of the Nebula program for us is proper enablement of partners. It's not product training. It's not supposed to be something that is specific for their business in any way. It's a broader approach than that. So we're looking at this as being 4 layers. So this is top level management training, so they understand how they can change their business. Then they're more focused on a business plan aspect, and then capitalising on what Paul said, the strength of what we do with webinars and an online training portal that will also help support the operational business and how they can support their partners as well. We have 5 cloud partner days that are taking place across the country. We have Edinburgh, Dublin, Manchester, Birmingham and London. So the majority of these take place later in January. We've had a fantastic response to what's taken place so far. It's not just us from Westcoast that are talking. We have some excellent external speakers that are talking about digital marketing, online lead generation, and a training portal, as well as some other content. So the value of CSP for resellers is it gives them the ability to have control of the customer. Now this was a big issue going back previously, but now they have the ability to support the customer directly, to build the customer directly, and they can capitalise on the support that we can provide them in enabling to do that. There's also bigger margins up front, and there's also the ability for other third-party services to be pulled together into that CSP program to then build a broader offering. So I think that what sets us apart is the knowledge that we have and the experience that we have in the industry. From like I say, my 15 years, also the team that's out there. We've come out at this from a non-distribution perspective, so we're not looking at this as a transactional piece. We're all very service-driven, which is what this needs to be. So I feel that the experience that we have in the industry will set us apart from everyone else, because we'll be doing it differently, and that's the way it has to be done. This isn't about the lowest price to the bottom wins, because you never deliver good service if you're always a race to the bottom of the price. So what comes next for us? We didn't go out with an automated panel day one. We've transacted the last 6 months very much manually, but what that's given us is the ability to understand all the issues, all the intricacies of what the CSP program delivers, and we've had great success in where we are now transacting over 25,000 licenses. because that's all been done manually and we understand that intimately, we are now going to add a panel that will go live in January, and that will give us the automation layer that some of the other people have had up until this point. But we feel that the panel that we have will give us a much more usable and a much more friendly approach than some that we've seen that are out there already.